Green, white checker. Labonte trying to hold Mike Skinner, Kenny Schrader, Joe Bessie, Jeff Bodine, and Mike Bliss. Jack Sprague has moved up to 6th. Boy, Skinner is locked on to the rear bumper like Labonte had a trailer hitch.
Right now, Terry Labonte has to check every place that 3 truck might make a pass on the bottom. Skinner's down on the apron, coming up side by side through turn 3. Here he goes.
They don't touch. Labonte gave him room. Not a lot of room.
But he got on the outside, and you know, that outside lane really seems to keep running. I still think he's in a whole lot for a while.
Mike side by side, down in turn 1, coming up out of turn 2.
Boy, Labonte is right there. He is not going to let this one get away.
I tell you, I'm sure Terry's going to drive on into turn 3 awful deep.
This is it. Skinner ekes out an advantage. Will Labonte cross and dive under? He'll try it. Single file off the corner. Labonte can't get there. Mike Skinner will go to victory lane.
Wow, Mike Skinner done everything but a left turn coming off that corner. Wow, was that truck loose.
Labonte threw everything he had at Skinner. Mike Skinner takes Richard Childress's truck. Will Lynn, the crew chief, told me this morning. Down. Could be 4 trucks under a blanket. White flag for Mike Skinner.
Looks like Skinner's going to pretty much go home unmolested. As I said, nobody's made a move on him all night. Butch Miller's got 2 last shots at Joe Ruttman off, and there you see Bliss trying to put the move on Toby Butler.
Looking high on the outside, back straightaway, final time.
Butch is trying him on the outside, Mike.
Butch Miller goes to work, feints high, looks low, comes up high again. It'll be single file, no change of position. Skinner wins it. Ruttman is 2nd. Toby Butler is 3rd. We'll be right back. White flag. Resendiz gets tied up in traffic, and Mike Skinner will have the biggest lead he's had in the last 40 laps.
I think that was the deciding factor right there, Mike, that traffic, and Dave got hung up behind it, but he made a great run, put a lot of pressure on Skinner.
Mike Skinner comes off the corner, and again, the Goodwrench Chevrolet will go to victory lane. Dave Resendiz is 2nd, and here's the battle for 3rd. Give it to Butch Miller with Joe Ruttman 4th and Steve Portengay a fine drive to 5th place. Rick Corelli hangs on for.
There should be one to go this time by. Mike Skinner off turn 4 takes the white flag. Ruttman frustrated can do nothing with it. Will sit back and settle for 2nd spot. And Butch Miller with a key pass at a critical moment will get to 3rd. This is 4th and 5th, and it may be decided at the wire. Will Corelli try to pull something off here with Butler? Crowd on its feet. Checkered flag falls for the 4th time this year on Mike Skinner. Butler held off Corelli for 4th and 5th. The runner-up spot to Ruttman. 3rd will be Butch Miller. And so it's Chevy, Ford in the top 3. That is a pretty good story right there. A pretty good visual picture of what this race was all about. Beat it to pieces, but keep it running, keep it healthy enough.
On this last lap. Newton, North Carolina's Dennis Setzer looking for his first. And the truck race flies out. He gets one. And here comes Skinner back on the inside.
Every time he gets in front, Ned, something happens.
I don't know if when you mentioned earlier that a truck gets up behind you, it takes a little air off the spoiler. If that got him loose going in there, I don't know. But he's on the final lap. He's got one more shot, and doesn't look like a good one. He's too far back now.
I tell you what, something could have happened. He's dropped back awfully far, but I'll tell you what, give it to Dennis Setzer. What a great, hard job of driving.
Tremendous race also for 3rd. Going into turn 3 as Rick Corelli gets on the inside of the car number 16 as we watch these leaders.
30 closing. Here's Corelli going at it with Hornaday in the final moments. They're coming down to the line. At the stripe, give the win to truck number 3. Across the line, it will be Skinner, followed by Setzer, Hornaday, and then Corelli.
It doesn't get any better than that.
Wow.
Standing ovation all around this racetrack for the NASCAR Super Trucks. What a show.
I'll tell you, I got chills on me right now. Everybody here in Milwaukee doesn't get the
situation. Normally, if you're on the inside, the train goes. If you're on the outside, the train goes by. On the inside, it's the exact opposite here. White flag.
Look at him bumping and beating back there in the pack. St. Amant coming up on the inside of Benson, trying to make the move for second spot. The leader, Skinner, is gone. The battle is for second, back through about 9th position, and it is a melee. Wow! Spins right in front of him, and everybody missed him. And so the dash to the checkered flag.
And they spin and wreck up there again.
Up at 3 and 4. Skinner takes the checkered flag. St. Amant wrecking down the back stretch, and 2 or 3 more of them tangled up in turn numbers. But before we got one on fire up there.
Butch Miller, that's Butch Miller's Rebecca's truck that's on fire up there in the corner.
Wow, what a finish. Skinner has won it, and that's about 1/10 of the story. Here comes number 30 by. We'll have to get the finish position sorted out when this is over. He may have fallen as far as 6th for Dennis Setzer.
Yeah, maybe a little farther back than that.
You can see Ernie and Mike Bliss's trucks. They really slow down in the center of the corner. This is a sign that, hey, my tires has got 100 laps on them. I'm doing all I can do.
They're not tired, folks, but those racing tires by Goodyear are right now. They put them through the test today, just a couple of laps ago. And Mike Bliss moves on the inside of Ernie Irvin going down the backstretch. They're running up on some lap traffic. Bliss moves up high on the racetrack. What a great battle for second. Ernie breaks it loose coming off the corner. They get the white flag. And it looks like Bliss may have the second position. He does. He moves by Irvin to take it from him. And that was close at the finish.
Definitely was a photo finish, but Mike Bliss got the momentum coming off turn 4 and held Ernie off for second place.
What a great day for Mike Skinner. He came here just needing to finish 6th. He goes on and wins the race in an absolutely flawless performance. We'll be back to talk to him in Victory Lane when we return.
Ernie closed up big time getting in the corner, but boy, Skinner's truck just accelerates so hard up off the corner. White flag. So Mike Skinner is 1 lap away from the inaugural Super Truck by Craftsman Series Championship. The journeyman driver from California who moved east, swept the shop at Richard Petty's, had a couple of pickup rides, started a few Winston Cup races. Took a long time for him to get his career on track. He rented some equipment from Richard Childress. Childress kept an eye on him, liked what he saw, named Skinner to drive his super truck, and as he takes the checkered flag, Mike Skinner is the first Super Truck by Craftsman Series champion, wins the battle and the war. Ernie Irvin comes home a couple of 1/10 of a second behind in second place.
Well, folks, I always say, how do you win a championship? What would you do? What would you do? That's what you're supposed to do right there. You start up front, you run up front, you stay up front, and you win the race. This guy, I saw him win the pole in the Busch race at Charlotte, and I asked myself, who is Mike Skinner? I'd never heard of him. I guarantee you everybody's heard of Mike Skinner today.
Quickly opening up the gap again.
White flag is out. 1 more lap for Skinner. And once again, Hornaday dives to the inside. It's not going to work. He quickly closes that hole so Hensley won't be able to get by.
Exactly. There's a position and risk there as Hornaday goes to the bottom. Skinner will win his career truck victory. Just the congratulations to the crew. Hornaday just hold off Jimmy Hensley. Thank you. Congratulations from Hornaday. The wave to Skinner. Now everybody will pull up alongside, give him the high side.
All right, there's the run. Good, perfect start by Mike Skinner. You can't do it better than that.
And Bobby Gill looks like it's blown up, or even though he's got a fender knocked in against the tire.
Oh, we got a spinner down in the corner.
T.J. Clark.
All the way around. Everybody's missing him. Let's see if they're going to put out yellow. He's back underway. White flag is out. They're going to keep going. This is it. Down for the finish, the 75, Bobby Gill, all torn up. Here comes 3, Mike Skinner down the backstretch. Final lap. He's going to make it 2 in a row. He's got them covered. Mike Skinner in the number 3 has done it again. Hornaday's point lead is cut to 33 points over Sprague. Mike Skinner with a great finish and a great run all day. Just mowed him down. 10th career win for Mike Skinner. Comes at Colorado National here in the greater Denver area. Mike Joy awaiting Mike Skinner after this run. Here's an unofficial.
Jeff Burton 8th, Dave Resendes 9th, Bill Sedgwick runs in 10th, Darrell Waltrip is 11th. Rich Bickle 12th. 13th is Brian Reffner. All of these trucks on the lead lap. 14th position, they'll show Doug George. 15th spot now is Davy Jones. 16th on the lead lap is Walker Evans. 17th position, they're showing Bobby Gill in his first ever road race. 18th position now is Kenny Wallace and Butch Miller in 19th. All of those trucks being posted on the lead lap at this stage of the afternoon. This is the battle for 5th.
Johnny Benson, they have fought and fought and fought. Now they have worked that truck back up there, and now they're bidding for 5th place.
Meanwhile, within shouting distance of the finish here for Mike Skinner. Here he comes. There's one more time around this 1.8-mile course at Heartland Park, Topeka. Man, he's been on a rail.
It's scary when you got a vehicle that's this good on a road race all day long. It just makes you wonder when something's going to happen. We had a car like this at Sears Point with Ernie a couple of years ago, and you just wonder, when is it going to go away?
Well, he won Tucson, Arizona. He won Colorado. He wins in Kansas. 3 in a row for Mike Skinner, and the GM Goodwrench entry. 3rd consecutive win, and their 6th consecutive top 5. That is impressive. You know, Dale Earnhardt, who obviously drives for Richard Childress in NASCAR Winston Cup racing, has now, what, 7 consecutive top 5 finishes, if memory serves correctly. So that whole organization is on a roll, leading 70 of the 77 laps today.
I would call that a merciful white flag for all those boys behind him, because they got to be tired of watching this thing lead laps at Indianapolis. He's in the final turn, a final tour of the 2/3 mile Indianapolis Raceway Park Oval. The Cummins 200 is history. Mike Skinner down the backstretch. The fans on their feet as he enters turn 3 off turn 4 and will take the checkered flag. He has still led every single lap run in the truck at Indianapolis Raceway Park. Hats off. That's just virtuoso stuff, Benny.
Yes, it is. Congratulations, Skinner. You know, why didn't he? I played golf with him Tuesday over at the Brickyard Crosses. We played a little tournament, and we finished about 4th or 5th. So
he saved his best stuff for tonight. He helped you.
We'll see right now. Here they come.
Mike Simons has the pace truck away. Green from Chris Morgan. Green, white, and checker is what we're looking at. It'll be the white flag when they get back to the line.
Here comes Hornaday on the outside again, trying to get Bickle for 3rd. Hornaday got moved way out. He's losing position after position there.
Now the white flag. This is the final lap.
See, Skinner's holding a good aggressive line going down through there. Mike Bliss is not closing in on him. Hornaday did lose about 3 spots, though.
Bickle will hold on to 3rd behind the leaders. Mike Skinner wins. Bliss is 2nd. Bickle 3rd. Resendiz 4th. 5th is Sprague. 6th place will be a picture between Corelli and Hornaday. Tough to tell, followed by Harry Gant and Jimmy Hensley. Great battle to the finish, but I think deservedly, as he dominated much of the day. It is Mike Skinner going to victory lane. We're coming right back.
Well, the bad news is it is now official. This race has been called because of a combination of the rain, which has thoroughly wet the racetrack, and the concerns about the approaching storm and the need to get the fans safely out of Richmond International Raceway, and for that matter, these crews safely on their way to Loudon, where they are scheduled to race on Sunday. So it's official. The Black 3 has won again for the 15th time, for the 14th time in his career. Let's go with the winner, and Marty Snyder.
We're down here in the transport. First time I've ever done a victory interview inside a transporter, but congratulations, because it's the only place that's dry right now.
Well, it's the first time I ever won Richmond, so So it's a good deal for both of us, Marty.
Let's talk a little bit about this race. I mean, it looked like you had the field pretty well in hand, except for Mark Martin, Jack Sprague, Ron Hornaday.
I think if Mark ever could have got out on us a little ways, Mark would have been awfully good, but his truck was loose with my truck tucked up under it, and with his truck tucked up under mine, it made us both faster. And I really liked that combination. I was hoping that Mark and I could have got hooked up and got away from him a little bit, but the rain kept on, you know, bunching the field together. And then on the the restart king is Ron Hornaday. I mean, nobody restarts races any better than Ron Hornaday, and every time it started, Ron would gain a spot. So, you know, Ron got up there in second place and made a good a good shot at his point steal.
There's your winner, Mike Skinner.
Like it is
Marty
great,
Snyder.
race, and here we go.
Chris Morgan's going to have some Lexol 454 for this night, so somebody's smoking up there. And here's Hornaday trying to get by on the outside. Ron, there's oil dry up there.
They put oil dry all over that corner, and it is slippery. And with a lap and a half to go, that's the battlefield on which they have to shoot it out. Bliss has slowed down the backstretch. Skinner is up and gone.
White flag for Mike Skinner. Here we go. Hornaday trying to get by Sprague.
A battle among championship contenders there. Hornaday would love to put Sprague down one more position. Skinner is going to gain the ground in terms of the championship here as they turn 3 and 4 for the final time. Skinner brings it home, his 7th victory of the season. Miller will hang on for second. Waltrip took one last shot at Hornaday and came up a little short. So in terms of the championship, all 3 of the contenders have run inside the top 4 positions. You will not see a dramatic change in the point standings as the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series leaves Martinsville. We'll be right back.
Nevada, that's just a very few moments away. Green flag, Hornaday, Skinner, Ruttman, Bliss, in that order.
Eli, they got the green with 4 to go, and it was a down finger restart, which means it was a single file restart with only the lead lap trucks to the front, so they didn't have to contend with any lap trucks.
Here they come back to the stripe. 3 laps to go. Battle for the lead, Skinner.
Skinner working that high side.
No, I'm not going to be there at the end of the race. That's what Skinner said earlier. Don't believe so. He goes to the outside, and here he comes off the corner. Skinner's got the lead with 2 laps to go, and the crowd just eating this up.
You might say nobody has left. There's nobody sitting down here either. Everybody's standing. Skinner's truck really working good on the high side, and he's actually putting some distance on Hornaday, and they're going to get the white flag this time by.
Mike Skinner looking for his 8th win of the year. White flag is in the air here at Bakersfield. Back into the corner they go. Skinner has it when he needs it. The Good Wrench colors going to victory lane. What a finish here at Bakersfield. They come to the checkered flag. Mike Skinner wins. Hornaday comes home in second. Ruttman third. Bliss is fourth. Sprague will come home in 5th. Hornaday will now need to finish 9th or better in the final 2 races to win the championship. We are out of time. We thank you for joining us.
The 59 of Robert Presley's in the top 10. Jim Harris's truck, he's giving it a great ride. 2 laps to go.
Green flag flies. Mike Skinner out in front. Todd Bodine goes to the inside. Tries to make it too wide as they go into turn 1 and 2. They will go nose to tail.
Boy, Skinner threw the block, and it worked.
Down the backstretch they go. Bodine had a great run on Mike Skinner at the start, but now it's 2 truck lengths between himself and the lead.
Todd Bodine doing a great job. He had good pit strategy. He got track position. Right now he's running second on the last lap.
White flag has flown for Mike Skinner. As he goes through 1 and 2, he puts 3 truck lengths between himself and Todd Bodine. It doesn't look like Kevin Harvick is going to have anything for Bodine for second. And Mike Skinner will come out of turn number 4 and win race number 2 on the 2005 season.
Tracy Hines emerges with a top 5 finish and ties his career best. Mike Wallace with a great run in that 12 truck finishes 6th.
You got to tip your hat to Glenn Thunderburk and those guys on that team. He brought that truck to pit road on lap 20-something to work on it, used his pit strategy to the best of his ability, got a great top.
How about Jeff Hensley and Mike Skinner? We're going to tip their hat.
He's running 12th.
This will be the last opportunity Ted Musgrave will have to get by Mike Skinner as they go across the start-finish line. The white flag out. It's 3 truck links between Skinner and Musgrave as they go into turn number 1. Angie Skinner, wife of Mike Skinner, eyes closed, probably saying a prayer, please don't let anything go wrong as they go down the backstretch. Skinner in front of Musgrave.
They've had a couple chances. They were so good at Texas. Todd Bodine passed him on the last lap. He and Todd Bodine wrecked on the last lap at Nashville.
Twice. Mike Skinner has finished second in the 06 season, but tonight in Vegas, he will win the SMIFF Las Vegas 350.
Turn left.
As we come to the green flag for the restart, we will have completed 98 laps, 2 laps of racing to go. Green flag in the air.
Mike Skinner appears to have a pretty good start. A lot of switching back there. Look at Ron Hornaday. He's looking for a way around him. He's going to try to go to the inside or the outside.
That's a tough position to be in if you're Skinner. You know, he's busting that air, and Hornaday's just being able to pull right up on him in that draft, but sometimes it'll make your truck push in the turns.
Ron Hornaday has not been able to run with Mike Skinner this race. I thought the restart may have been his only chance. Mike Skinner looks to be in great shape.
Mike Skinner started this race on the outside of row number 1. He comes out of turn number 4. The white flag.
Down there 1. Good job. Clear by 2.
White flag shown to our leader. Now Ron Hornaday tries to reel him in. Just over 0.3 of a second separated them across the start-finish line. Can Hornaday reel him in?
We had a great side-by-side battle for 6th with Johnny Benson and Todd Bodine, but meanwhile, Mike Skinner's got about 2 truck links on Ron Hornaday.
You think Mike you think Skinner's spotter knows him? Mike Swain was saying, don't try to get too much for me. Don't get too much down. He says, don't overdrive the corner. Just make a nice, smooth corner for me. And we've got this race won.
Mike Skinner making his way through 3 and 4. The last time he was in victory lane was Las Vegas a year ago. Across the start-finish line, Skinner wins in California.
What a great job by Jeff Hensley and all his guys.
Man, thank you.
That just you don't know how these darn truck races are going to turn out. He got spun out. The leader got spun out on the restart.
What a horrible break for Mark Martin. Looking to win 2 in a row. Looking to win the first race for the Wood Brothers JTG Racing. Jack Sprague congratulating Mike Skinner. Remember how much credit Jack Sprague gave to Mike Skinner and Johnny Benson.
Skinner started on the pole tonight. Out in front of this field, he leads Todd Bodine by almost a half a second. Mike Skinner, our most recent winner from California, trying to make it 2 in a row, coming to Atlanta Motor Speedway.
It's sure looking like it's going to be in 2 in a row. He's got about a half a second on Todd, about 8 or 10 truck links right now.
He's just driving away right now, Phil. Todd, he ran up high and tried.
No pressure. Bring it home. Good job. Good job, everybody. Good calls in there, Jeff. Good job.
Career win number 21 for Mike Skinner as he crosses the start-finish line in front of Todd Bodine.
You know, Todd Bodine moved high, and he tried with 2 or 3 laps to go, Rick. He tried a different line. He tried all he could to get that move done, but Mike was just too strong at the end.
Little celebration down there. Jeff Hensley and his guys awfully happy. 2 in a row for Mike Skinner.
Well equipped to give us the green-white checkered statistics. They will have 1 attempt at a green-white checkered finish again. When they come to the green flag, it will be the green, then the white, and we will see the checkered. And it is about to come out. The green flag for Mike Skinner. 2 laps of racing to go.
If he can just get through 1 and 2 clean without Todd making contact, I think he's going to be okay.
That 5 it doesn't take anything at all. That baby just launches up out of the hole.
2 truck link lead over Todd Bodine as he makes his way through 3 and 4 coming out. The white flag flies. Half a mile for Mike Skinner.
Spotter Mike Swain going to talk him through it. He's got about a 2 truck rank lead right now.
Oh, he's got it made. He's sailing down into turn 3, nice and easy, right on the bottom like he's been all day long. He looks up. He sees the flag in the air. Mike Skinner
What a day. Dominant performance for Mike Skinner. He wins his 22nd career race at Martinsville Speedway. Celebrating 3 in a row now for Mike Skinner.
Good job, Mike.
The second time he has won 3 races in a row. That's the voice of Jeff Hensley, his crew chief, saying, Mike Skinner, you won this race today.
He doesn't have much time to go. Mike Skinner takes the white flag. 1 lap of racing to go for Skinner. Does Quapple and Musgrave have enough time to settle who's going to finish second?
It's good news for Mike Skinner. Even if something happens right now when the caution comes out, we will not go to a green-white checker because he has started the last lap.
All he has to do is make it back, Phil.
Again, Mike Skinner started this season off with a blaze, finishing 4th at Daytona, then 3 wins in a row. California, Atlanta, and Martinsville. Looking to add to his win career number, Mike Skinner will win at Kentucky.
Battle for second will be taken by Travis Quapple. Ted Musgrave right behind him.
Ted Musgrave, an impressive run for him. Coming back, and Ryan Matthews.
Crafton says, you're not going to get my 3rd place away from me.
Meanwhile, that 5 truck has about 6 truck weights and has the white flag going at Ron Hornaday. Crafton both sideways.
Inside half a lap. Half a mile to go from Martinsville. The Kroger 200 looks as though it's going to go to Mike Skinner.
Ooh, look at Hornaday.
Wow. Making the pass on Crafton. Crafton back on the outside. This time by check in the air. It is Skinner's going to win. They turn in turn number 4. The caution flag will come out for the remainder of the field.
And there's guys driving into that smoke that cannot see anything.
Can't see a thing. Look at Brendan Gaughan. He's going to be the first guy to make it through there, it looks like.
And you have to maintain a reasonable speed, so these guys should be able to keep these positions that they got by driving through that crash.
Mike Skinner all over the back bumper of Eric Darnell. This time, he's going to go to the high side. Skinner trying to make the move on the outside.
Side by side off of turn 2. We'll see if Eric can fight back on the inside. They're lined up on the outside drafting.
There he goes down the backstretch. It is a drag race. Skinner has the edge. Colin Brown tried to make the move by the 99. Here comes Darnell back on the inside. We will have 1 lap to determine this one tonight. The white flag in the air. Skinner, Darnell cross the start-finish line.
Look at 3 wide there. Remember, if the caution flag were to come out, this race would be over. Eric needs to do something now.
Mike Skinner looking to find victory lane again in his career. Problems behind him. Will that bring out the caution? Not yet. They're holding it out. No caution as of this point. It's going to be a battle. Here comes Eric Darnell. He charges to the outside. Coming out of turn number 4, side by side. Who's going to win it? It is going to be Mike Skinner. Skinner will win it over Eric Darnell.
How about that finish?
Woo! Big crash right in front of the start-finish line. Colin Brown with a lot of damage. What an unbelievable finish. Congratulations. The winning crew chief. We could do the interview right here. Doug Richard, the winning crew chief for tonight's race. Mike Skinner back in victory lane in 2008. They're all following Mike Skinner. Green flag back in the air. 2 to go from Gateway.
Look at Matt Crafton is passing trucks before he gets to the start-finish line.
We've seen it before. Johnny Sauter looked to the inside of Skinner. This time, the leader doesn't go around. Skinner trying to hold him off as they come out of 2.
I think the 13 had a good enough time to be there, and he thought, you know what, I just saw this happen. I'm not going to be part of this.
I've seen this movie.
Yes, and it looks like they're both doing a great job, and right now I got to give the upper hand to the 5.
Out in front, though, the 5 of Mike Skinner now has 2 truck links between himself and Johnny Sauter. Can Skinner make it back-to-back wins in the 2009 season? As he comes out of turn number 4, Mike Skinner is going to win at Gateway International Raceway. What an unbelievable finish we've had here. Matt Crafton coming back to a 6th place finish after restarting in the 12th position.